Hey there, and welcome to my channel, The Paper Bag Investor. We had a really ugly day in the stock market, and in today's video I want to share some thoughts on this really ugly day so you can see some perspective and ultimately so you can take a deep breath and develop your own buying, selling, holding strategy with the stocks that you own. Make sure to watch all the way through this video so you can see what I'm doing with the companies I own, as I will be sharing that. So let's get into it. Before I go any further, I just want to make it absolutely clear, not a personal financial advisor, just a guy with a paper bag on his head who loves investing and thinking about the future. If you love investing, you love thinking about the future, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below if you get value out of this video. So all four of the companies I own had very bad days today. I own Tesla, I own Square, I own Very Good Foods, and I own LMND. Overall though, I'm not concerned or worried about any of my investments. And I want to explain my process and thinking to you and how I can stay relaxed like this even on bad days, so that hopefully you can also stay relaxed with your own investments. So let me back up a bit. First off, I only buy companies I've researched deeply and have a lot of conviction in. If someone hears a hot stock tip and then immediately buys a new company they just heard of, they put themselves at a lot of risk, because if the stock falls, what are they supposed to do? You know, if they really have no idea if they were fools to buy the stock in the first place and should sell the shares before they lose even more money, or if they should actually, in fact, double down and buy more shares now that it's lower priced. They have no backing or what I call conviction behind their actions. My approach to investing is the opposite of the hot tip approach. My approach is I want to buy companies that I've researched deeply and that I understand. Companies that meet my criteria and that I can see a bright future for. You know, when you have thousands of buying opportunities in the market but only a finite amount of capital to invest, it's better to be picky with the choices that you make with that capital. So I'm researching deep. Because I'm researching deep and I have this high conviction about what I'm buying, I'm happy to buy big and concentrate a large part of my portfolio into the few stocks that I have the most conviction in. From there, basically, I hold for the long term, checking my thesis about the company again and again, and I only sell if something in my thesis changes or begins to change or weakens in any way. So, and ultimately, I'm of the mindset it's better to have time in the market than trying to time the market. In my opinion, trying to time the market really is thinking that the price movements of a company affect what the price is going to do next, which in my experience is not true. I would have sold Tesla shares a long time ago if that was the case. Thinking this way is what I call being a dum-dum. Basically, it really makes no sense, and it's basing decisions that you're making with your investments only on price movements. Maybe it starts to go down, you panic sell your shares because maybe you're just worried it's going to go further. It makes no, it's completely based on price and not actually the fundamental value of the company. So I'm hoping I'm making it clear to you that you should really only invest when you have a clear thesis and understanding of what the future value of a company could be and why. If you follow this approach, you'll be relaxed with your investments as they fluctuate up, as they fluctuate down. And when they do have a mini crash like they did today, you buy the dip. That's what I'm doing with the companies I hold, is that I'm going to buy the dip, any amount of money that I can have or scrounge up or move to my investing account. I'm going to buy the companies I have the most conviction with or around that are falling. I want to give you an example of this back from around Tesla back in 2018. Back in 2018, I bought some of my first shares of Tesla at around $65 a share. In 2019, Tesla was getting all kinds of negative press. Everything about on the news about Tesla was negative 24/7. People just mocking Tesla. And the price fell from about $65 per share where I bought it to a low of about $37 per share. Basically, my investment had dropped by almost 50%. Now, at that time, I was researching Tesla heavily and going deeper and deeper with my research. And I was really convinced that Tesla was going to be a $1 trillion plus company by market cap. It was something like $30 billion at the time. And And actually now I think Tesla's going to be likely in the future like a $10 trillion company or more. But I was at the time back, in 2019, I was convinced enough that I bought most of my shares, the bulk of my shares. I really doubled, tripled down at around $45 a share after buying at 65 and having that loss. And I concentrated into Tesla basically as much as I could. That was rather than listening to the negative news and headlines that looked at very surface things about a stock or about a company. I looked deeper at the actual company itself and formed my own conclusions. So I want to challenge you to think about this. If Tesla or any other stock you have high conviction about that you own that might have dropped recently in this mini market crash. But for my example, if Tesla was at $900 per share, which it just touched that, not too long ago, and I was unwilling to sell at $900 a share, I'm going to hold it much longer than that. Why wouldn't you want to also buy more shares now that it's on sale at $714? Has anything in your thesis about Tesla or the stocks you have high conviction about changed? For me, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed at all. The roadmap and plan for Tesla is the same as ever. And so if it went from $900 a share, I wasn't willing to sell, now down to $714, I have to ask myself, in many ways I should be buying more. And that's likely what I'll do. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening to my thoughts. I hope this gave you some perspective. Helps you take a deep breath when you see big red days in the market like this. If you got value in this video, I encourage you to subscribe if this was valuable to you. Share this with somebody else who also might find it valuable. Give it that thumbs up. Helps the old YouTube algorithm, helps my channel grow. Appreciate that. And let me know in the comments, what are you planning to buy on this dip? What's your plan? Let me know in the comments down below. Let us all know so we can see what each other is buying. I will see you in my next video. And remember, it's in the bag. Cheers.